Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Panache, and today we're going to be doing a creative build. Just some fun stuff, just to fill the time. I got about 2 hours before I have to go to work, and I have been poring over some images of, not those kinds of images, some stuff that I would like to build in Minecraft. So today we're doing a creative build only. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Just give me 1 second. No, that's not what I want. That is not what I want. I'll just show you my display for a second there. Come on. Come on. What? Oh, okay. There we go. So this is what I'm looking at. So, as of right now, um, let's go ahead and switch to this, and I will add in that here. No, that's not what I wanted. I meant to do the display. Okay, and then I'll just put this down here. Okay, now you guys can see me. There we go. All right, so this is what we're looking at. I'm thinking of doing Castle Ravenloft from Curse of Strahd. We'll see how it goes. I might change my mind. That's why I didn't title the stream Castle Ravenloft, because I didn't know for sure if this is what I wanted to do. But the nice thing about this is it's already tiled, because they have to be able to have it be a functional place for characters to move around in a D&D type setting. So, like, if you're looking at this one, they already have it squared out. And these blocks are already in a basically like 3x3 space, because that's the space that a human can be in. I always consider Minecraft blocks to be around 3x3 feet, because that's the space that a normal human can stand in. And then 2 blocks high would be 6 feet tall, which the average human is at least that or below. Not at least that, but that or below. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to start with this. We're going to start by mapping out the main floor. There's obviously going to be stuff beneath it, but for now, we're going to stick with this. And it's going to be probably a lot of me cutting in and out. Like when this actually I produce this as a video, you guys are going to, it's going to be a little bit different than what I'm presenting now. But anywho, so I'm going to leave this up on the other side here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it for the moment, so you guys don't have to constantly look at it. So we're just going to go with a normal world type for now. And we're just going to fly around until we find... Okay, just so you know, if you spam links in the chat, or if you come in here to do stuff like that, I will automatically remove you. So that is why you've now been banned from my chat. We don't do that. Okay, so we are going to kind of go around until we can find a good spot for this Curse of Strahd castle. So that's what we're going to do at first here. So what we're looking for is probably some sort of like a swampy area, or I mean, we'll definitely want somewhere flat that we can build in. We can make things look swampy afterwards. Why am I still showing black on my live preview though? There we go. Okay. Just wanted to double check that it was actually working. All right. And so you guys know, I still don't have access to my Twitch account, so anything that is streamed, to here is the best I could do for now. All right. The nice part about this is that I can, actually search out pretty well. My goal here is to start with a with a cool with a good build. I want to build Castle Ravenloft. I want to build a city surrounding it, because it doesn't make sense for just a castle to be there without everything else. So we're looking at a build that's probably going to last me a few months, because Castle Ravenloft alone I mean, I've worked on castles before, and I've made them to an absolute insane scale before. In fact, I'm probably going to double the scale that I see here on on my browser. But this, I oh, my dog's chewing on a ball. I thought he was chewing on the trim. Um, so the idea is I want to build a castle, and then I want to build a nice big city surrounding it, and then I also want to have some roads leading away so that and then connect some other towns to it so that it's it has a logical progression. Now I am copying the floor plan of Castle Ravenloft for this, but the decoration of it, I mean, it's still, oh good lord, that is a lot of bamboo. It is. I'm still going to follow the same sort of decorative style. It's going to be because if I understand correctly, Castle Ravenloft's more of a Victorian or Old English style build. Um, it is not wanting to load in new stuff. I got in the water and I got a recipe. Good lord. Um, So with Castle Ravenloft, it definitely has a more Victorian style. Like I use typically like I'm gonna go ahead and get a map of this seed. So I'm gonna go ahead and save and quit the title really quick. Because if I can find a good seed map, then I should be good to go. Because I don't want to fly around the rest of the night looking for just the right spot. I want to just go and find it. Um, so we're looking for specifically, we're okay. So I need to get the actual, um, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know how to, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so dark forest would be cool, but it's then I'd have to get rid of all those trees. Um, I do like mangrove swamps. So I'll do that and then enter the seed. Um, okay. I don't care about slime, villages, witches, I don't care about anything else. I just want mangrove swamp. Okay, so I'll add in normal swamp as well. And huh. Throw in meadow there too. Good lord. Um, okay. So there's none? Like, okay, so I had to have something selected before it would show me anything. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm not really doing much on screen right now. If I were to go to negative 1600 X and negative 1800 Z. Okay, now I'll put this up over here for a sec so I can find it and play. All right, so this should take us directly to, it looks like either a meadow or, no, that's a swamp. That is a swamp. So it's a pretty extensive swamp too, so I should be able to build the entirety of the city, and maybe we can have some cool effects like stuff like houses have like buried in the... Okay. So I want to go X, Y, basically 1700 on both. Negative. And then Z, I want to go positive. So, okay, so I'm kind of heading in the right direction. All right, and this should be relatively close to the spawn area, so I really didn't need to go as far as I did. I just... Okay. So we should be there relatively soon. And then as soon... I can't see my chat right now because I have the map over it, but as soon as I get there, I'll close that and I'll be able to see the chat again. Okay. So I remember when I played the Curse of Strahd campaign back when me and my brothers were playing it D&D together. Um I remember it being like I don't know if it was just like cinematically he did this, but my brother described it as being like at the top of a hill. So I might need to build up a ways to put it up on like a higher position than the rest of the biome. Um, because I do want to have that negative perspective of the overlord, you know, looking down on the rest of it. I think that would be an excellent way to, to perceive this castle. I have been looking at some texture packs as well to try to figure out if I want to do go that avenue. I did find a texture pack I liked, but the only problem is it's in a different version of the game than this, so it's not been updated quite yet. Okay, so now I need to go purely negative X until we hit to 1700, and we should be seeing swamp biome any second now. Looks like I'm coming in from the south, at least on this image. There it is, and we're here. Okay. Oh, gosh dang it. Of course, there's a village right in the middle of it. Oh, we can make it work, though. So I could either repurpose it or I could just destroy it and build something else. Okay, so we're in our swamp. This is now our swamp. My swamp! Alright, so now we just need to find oh, this hill right here might actually be perfect, and then we can just face it towards the swamp. And then we can just build up land as we need to from here. Obviously, this hill's not going to be big enough, but it would save us a lot of tree clearing. Or... I wonder if this mountain is big enough. Because if I could just cut off the mountain, like, right there, and then I could build out a little bit to give a little bit more grade to it. This is not a very big mountain. Oh, jeez. It's always, it feels so weird when a potential sneeze turns into a yawn. Okay, so it looks like this is the only high ground that's actually usable. That I'd have to get rid of so much terrain just to make it work. This is actually a decent size. That is 2 over there, but I kind of want to go with this because it's just high enough that I feel like I don't need to do much building up. I think I'll go from the highest point and then just build from there. Because I will have to do some repair of the terrain. And then I'll have to figure out exactly how big I'm going to be making this. Because, so I'm here. I don't need the map up anymore. Let's go ahead and... Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and open the image in a new tab, and we're going to zoom in like crazy. Okay. So I'm going to do the 2-to-1 scale on this. Like the entry hall with blocks is only like 5 blocks wide. So I'm going to do 10 blocks wide. And then we'll just, we'll just double everything. Everything's going to be double in size. The walls themselves are half a block thick in this, or near half a block thick. So we're going to do 3 blocks thick probably. Just to give the air of it being an actual physical castle. I'm wondering if I should just TNT the whole top layer off and then go from there. I think I'm going to do that, and because I feel like removal is going to take a lot less time than... Removal is going to take a lot more time than just repairing. So... Not to mention, this is way more fun. This is one of the reasons I should not be allowed to play in creative. All right. Oh, I broke coal. I was wondering what the deal was. All right, so that kind of got rid of this little bit of high ground, brought it back a little bit more level. We'll just fill that in with dirt, and then we'll... Okay, so time, set, day. Okay. I just had the command a little wrong. All right, so we'll go ahead and fill this in. There's a little bit here that I want to bring down to level. My goal tonight, so I only have another hour and a half before I need to get ready for work because I need to go get some stuff done beforehand. Tomorrow I'll have more time. I might spend time doing this, but I might also need to stream something else. But really, what I want to do is I want to get the... What the... Did I bump the button? Dude. We're having a lot of technical issues tonight, everybody. A lot of technical issues. Okay. So what I was saying when both I tabbed out of the stream and you couldn't hear me, the goal tonight is make the outline. That's the main goal. I don't have a lot of time tonight because of other issues, like having a full-time job. That is a major problem of mine. I plan on hopefully rectifying that someday if you guys like me enough. But yeah, sorry about the technical issues. Did not, because I have it automatically set that when I switch to certain sets on OBS, it automatically turns my mic on. But if I don't hit those scenes first, then it won't turn my mic back on. So like when I went to the stream ending page, it automatically shut it off because you don't want to hear my mic while the stream's over. I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you're weird like that. But I didn't hit this, but the the webcam page turns my mic on automatically. So I didn't hit the webcam page, I just went straight into gameplay, which means all the rest of my stuff was already active. Oh my goodness, I finally hit the Stone Age. Oh, and this is where it gets a little annoying. Okay. Not as annoying as I thought it was going to be. Is that a frog? Why does he keep coming back for more? What's his problem? Get in the hole. Alright. So I gotta say, that's my first time using the stream map. Not the stream map, the seed map. I've never done that before. I usually just walk around until I find an area that looks good. But time not permitting. Okay. Likelihood is most of this is going to be time-lapsed. You guys don't need to see all this. That frog is still making noise. Like, I bet you I'm going to be, like, a month into this series. I'll have, like, 20 episodes out, and we'll be down, like, digging out the crypts or something, and we'll hear that frog frickin' chirping away in the basement. He'll be more of a resident than frickin' Strahd. What the? That was freaking high, dude. Got respect for that. I mean, you got some legs on you. I didn't think you could jump that high. All right. So, in my head, I have arguments with people all the time. And so I'm having an argument in my head with you right now, you, the viewer. Um, and you're asking me, why not just make this into super flat and then use the Minecraft editor to transport it into a normal world? And you know what? Yeah, I could have done that. I would be a lot further along right now. I'd probably be... What? I didn't know that button did that. What is that, G? F? I didn't know they did that. Okay. Yes, I could make this into super flat and then throw it into a normal world, but here's my issue with that. One, that's boring. I know there's plenty of people who, you know, who build stuff like that stuff and put it into a creative world because put it into a world with an editor because they're trying to make a set, they're trying to build things quickly. I have no rush on this. None whatsoever. I have zero compulsion to rush. The only reason I would rush is if I wanted to make a video faster, but, you know, I have all the time in the world to make a video. So therefore, I don't want to take up my time making something only to rush it. And only to make it so it doesn't blend in with the area, because yes, I could copy it in, yes, I could make it blend in, but then it's just, now I'm working with, you know, I'm doing all the work that I would have done at the beginning, and that's honestly where the breakdown happens, because I don't want to, because all the terraforming work, that's something you do at the beginning, that's getting ready stuff for me. I don't want to take all the time to do all the getting ready stuff after I've already built the whole thing. So anyway, that's my argument against it. And I understand if you disagree. But I want to make sure that this castle, because this is not just a Curse of Strahd castle. This is going to be, you know, the lord of this biome castle. It's going to be lord of this domain. And so I want to build this castle so it looks and feels like it belongs here. And if I just build it in a super flat, it'll look like it belongs in a super flat. Like, I don't know if anybody understands that, but like you can tell when a build's been done in a super flat world. It's just not as, it's not as dimensional, it's not as flowing. And, you know, it could be, you know, like, oh, there's a lot of people who probably do it in super flats and transport it over, but I just don't want to do that. I have no interest. All right, so we've now repaired all the TNT damage. What the frick? All right, so now we've got a decently flat area here. We're gonna have to build up, obviously, but I'm gonna focus most on I'm going to focus most on getting the outline built, because the outline, one, I think it's going to extend way further than just this little plateau here. It's gonna be huge. Second, though, I want to have a knowledge of where everything's going to lay out so that when I do terraform, I can build up to that. But like I said, you know, a lot of this stuff I am planning on, you know, trying to mold to the world. So if it drops down lower in one area, I'll probably build like a foundation to build up to the main floor. In fact, I'm probably going to have 3 or 4 layers of blocks just for a foundation area because in a real castle, that's a lot of weight. There's a lot to it, and they had really strong foundations. Oftentimes, they built on stone, if possible. Um, some of this is me speaking out of my butt, but only so much I can do about it. So I need to quickly pull up my screen. I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you. 1 second. I need to. My eyeball. It just. Okay, so I'll go ahead and turn on my display capture again, and I'll bring that up. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right here. This is actually from a guy who has a Patreon. He designs these. He makes these maps a little more functional. I just discovered his work when trying to search for this map, so it looks really good so far, and he does a great job. So if you guys see his stuff, it's let me see if I can. Well, Patreon Mapping Den, look that up. It's really cool. So anyway, so what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to figure out exactly how wide we're making this thing so that we can center the door where we want it. So I'm not really as concerned about these walkways currently. I'm mostly concerned about just the general outline of the building. So this is the widest point right here. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So 32 blocks wide is not that big, which is why we're going to be doubling it. In fact, I'm honestly considering us just tripling it because I'm going to have the walls 3 blocks thick. So let's do, that's 32, 64, 96 blocks. So let's do 96 blocks wide. And we'll do it in stone. What the frick did just happen here? Good Lord. That's the only issue with having the microphone like on the tabletop because I can't see my keyboard. Okay, so stone. Let's just do it as out of plain stone. Okay. So we're gonna do 96 blocks wide. So I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this stuff now. Okay. I'll bring it back up for myself. I just don't want. Okay. So want to do 96 blocks wide, which means we'll start here. That's the closest flat area. I just want to start there so I have. Okay, so that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30 so far. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't count off 10 and post the 10th block off the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 70 so far. $80, 90, 96. Okay. So now we have to do front to back. Front to back is really where this is going to kill us, because it's going to be a lot longer than it is wide. Oh, good lord. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. So that's 120, 132, 138. I'm going to do the math on that just to be 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. 138. My mental math is mathing. Okay, so we're going to start it. I think here is probably the furthest part out we can go. So I'm going to go ahead and just draw this out this way. Now, this is not the center point. I'm just grabbing a random area. Okay. I think this is about as far as we can go. Okay, so we'll do a 10 count as well. Okay, just to double check my count. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should I double check this one? Now this is just for laying out. Like I can easily like adjust this as needed, but this is just for laying out. I don't know why I deleted that. Okay, let's see how many we got. We're looking for 138. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 110. $120, $130, $138. Okay, so this is the full length of what it's gonna be. There's gonna be a lot of dead space in there. There's no way, there's no way I'm filling all of that in. But luckily, that takes out almost all of this area that's not swampland. So this will be completely surrounded by swamp by the time we're done. Oh, it's kind of cool that there's an ocean right there with a little port city. Makes me kind of want to turn it, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I like it facing that way. Maybe I'm silly. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that before I get tempted to do anything else. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start. Well, the first thing we want to do is we want to count in how many blocks that we're going to need to figure out where to put this entrance. So the entrance is luckily perfectly centered on this. This is one of those castles where everything is pretty much symmetrical. So it should be pretty easy to make. Like the outside of the castle, with the exception of the tower on the bottom side of the map, and the storage room on the top side, is pretty symmetrical. All right. So, um, we do know that the furthest out corner. Well, let's go ahead and fill all this in, and then it'll be a lot easier for us to. Lord, this is going to take me a hot minute. This might be the rest of the night, just filling this in. Imagine doing this in survival mode. Because I've done this kind of build in survival mode before. It's insane. I don't think I ever finished that build just because I kept running out of materials and there was no way for me to keep up with the material needs. And that was before I had automatic cobble grinders and stuff like that. And enchantments to make everything go faster. Like, I literally, like, refused to learn enchantments back then. Learn how to do enchanting. Well, you can't say I don't get myself into some interesting situations. Now, of course, a lot of this platform is going to be removed when we actually have the outline of the castle because I don't want it to be just this big square. That's why I'm not building it in a super flat. But I'll destroy the extra stuff and then grade the landscape into it. I used to have a mod where I could terraform with, like, I'd have certain tools in my inventory and I would be able to terraform using those tools. And so, like, I'd add material and smooth material and delete material and all that kind of stuff. That would be very useful in this kind of scenario. The only problem is I don't know where I've not used that mod since for 7 years. So I don't even know if it still exists. I'm sure something like it exists though. I'm gonna put myself to sleep just by doing this. I mean, I'm thinking about putting a movie on or something because You guys can't hear my desktop audio. All you can hear is my in-game audio. So I could easily put on a show and you guys wouldn't even know it. Debating. All right. Good lord. So, just judging by the picture, the the left the well, visually from looking at it, the right hand, it will be the right hand turret from looking at the front gate. So the right hand turret will be right here. The tower will be right there. Um, and if we want to go ahead and lay that out real quick, I can lay that out just so you guys can see kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at it's a 6x6 tower, which means it's going to be 18 by 18. Um, and I haven't really included the size of the walls in this estimate in these estimates. So I'm just going to do the interior is going to be 18 by 18. So let's go ahead. Okay, so that's 18 blocks right there. Um, so there's 2 blocks over, so that'll be 6 blocks over will be where the corner is. So that's the inside edge right there. And then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, and then that would leave. Okay, so this is the outline of the tower on the right. Luckily, there's no like long angles on these walls, so they're gonna be pretty easy to decorate. So like I mean, like I said, I didn't really include the walls in this estimate. That the floor plan shows pretty thin walls. The walls are only really the width of the actual like edge of the block. So it's going to be interesting trying to make everything work because the outer walls I can do this. I could just add on later at some point. I'll go ahead and do that right now because I can. So that's the downside of a totally like I'm not using a floor plan of a real castle. I'm using a fantasy floor plan where the walls don't have to be 10 feet thick to withstand a trebuchet attack. You know, um, that's actually like how when I've designed castles myself, I've gone through and I've added like 3 feet of 3 blocks of cobblestone in between the inner and outer walls because I actually went to a place where they showed off a jail where the inner and outer walls were like wood beams, but then the inside was just like cobblestone or stone just to just as a filler because if anybody tried to bust through the outer planks the stone would just fall and take its place. So anytime I build a wall now I always incorporate cobblestone as like a mental thing of if somebody actually attacked this place they would have a hard time getting through all this. I know that may not be the case with real castles, but that's where my mind goes and so that's how I build my castles. Okay, so I wish I could set it to permanent day. So I need to. That was more just to show you guys. I really need to get cracking if I'm gonna get this filled in so that we can start actually outlining it. Because I have a little over an hour to do all this, and then I still have to get myself dinner. Actually, I'm not hungry. I could probably go without dinner. I ate a good breakfast. That's been my life lately. I usually don't eat unless I actually feel like really hungry. So a lot of times I'll just like I had the other day, like I went completely without food like all day because I just didn't feel hungry. It was really weird. Whereas, when you live with other people, you they eat and then you eat like as a social thing, or they eat and it reminds you you're hungry, so you eat because you need to, you know. But like on my own, it's just like, no, I really don't feel like wasting my time making dinner. That sounds like a lot of work. Oh, that is a very tall looking mountain over there. One of the nice things about the other areas is that I'll be able to just float instead of dealing with all this grass. It isn't even worth the time for me to stop and and destroy all the grass. All right. Oh, I forgot that this is all here. All right. The only downside about this shader pack is that I can't see the water blocks very easily. All right. I got rid of some of it. Oh, sorry, little froggos. Now, what's going to annoy me more, the blocks of stone or the grass? Jeez, they can jump freaking high. I don't feel like that should be illegal. I'm going to need to drop in this side or else I'm going to overextend. Good thing it was declined. Good lord. I don't even know what that is. I knew I'd overextend it somehow. All right. This is going to be a little big. Just a little. Oh, these trees are just tall enough to have issues. I don't think that's quite low enough, but to start. Way more fun. Okay. That's everything that sticks up too high. All right. Well, we pretty much burned down the whole forest, but or at least it will be burned down. You know, I'm thinking that we're gonna do a little bit of a mashup here. Um, in Diablo 3, there's Tristram. There's like the old one, the old Tristram that is like um it's basically just destroyed. I mean, there's just undead all the way through it. Um, and I'm thinking I want to see if there's like a map of it and recreate that to be the city that's around here, and then have other stuff further out. That's actually like livable landscape. I mean, because Strahd himself is a vampire; he's undead, so it makes sense that he would be surrounded by undead or a dead city. So I think we're doing a bit of a genre mashup. Not genre. A fandom mashup there. Diablo 3 meets Curse of Strahd. Oh, good lord, that one area took a while. Oh, a sunken ship right there is actually kind of perfect. Oh, and I could put some like two Lord of the Rings figures or whatever. One like where that mountain is, and one where this mountain is. Like the guys who have like their hands out or whatever. The old kings of Gondor. And that ship can stay right where it is. I like it. It's a good spot for it. You know, I used to love wearing hats. I used to love it. And now I can't wear hats without my head itching and all that kind of stuff. Like, and I tried washing them. I even tried changing detergent and everything. It's just, but like, I stopped wearing them for like 2 weeks. I was fine for like I wore them consistently, but then I stopped wearing them for like 2 weeks, and now anytime I wear a hat, it bothers me. I'm pretty sure that's just a me thing. Like I just got used to it, and now I can't wear them. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think that maybe I need to cut the stream off a little bit early tonight, just so I can get stuff for work ready, because I need to work a little extra tonight and tomorrow. So tonight and Saturday, I should say. So from now on, we're gonna be doing 6 o'clock streams daily, and they'll kind of just go as long as I have time. On days like today, I have to go to work again to work a little early, so I'm having to cut the stream off a little bit sooner than normal. But from here on out, it's just gonna be a regular 6 p.m. thing. I plan to have videos or shorts coming out from the 3 to 6 p.m. mark, just on a daily basis. So if you guys like watching this content, a lot of this will be clipped and posted in a long form video on YouTube, or clips of it will be posted as well. So if you guys like this content, go ahead and head over there, try it out. We also have a Discord channel. I can't pin it in Twitch. I could pin it in YouTube, but I'm too lazy. So I'll post the link before I sign off today. So if anybody wants to sign into the Discord and be a part of maybe future builds or future game nights or whatever, that's where that'll happen. Mostly right now, it's just gonna be a forum for people who enjoy watching and enjoy hanging out together to do so. Okay, this is becoming mind-numbing. Oh, just like that frog can jump like 2 blocks high. I bet you could jump over my head. Okay. All right. It'll be cooler once we actually are able to get to the layout. This is sort of just, necessary but boring. Thank goodness I got enough sleep, or else I'd be falling asleep at the wheel right now. Good lord. Well, I'm glad I took my brother's advice and didn't try to build this in survival mode. Would have had to do like piecemeal BS. Okay, guys, here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. I know it's gonna be a little early. I know you guys are all so disappointed, but I'm gonna end the stream now, and I'm gonna do this outside of stream. I'm probably gonna go to my shift, and then when I get back, I will finish this so that when I come back, and we do this again, you guys will be able to see me actually doing the outline and doing the actual build. And at that point, I'll also be able to title the stream Curse of Strahd because we're doing a Strahd build. So I'm really excited about this build. I'm really excited to see where it's going to go. This is just a really time-consuming thing, and I really don't want to bore you guys with it on stream. So I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you guys another time. And for now, this has been Panache.